Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to say thank you if this is your return to my channel. I want to say if you're new, please like, share, subscribe, and follow my journey to get my wings. I always say I'm a caterpillar on her journey to get her wings. If you do not know me, I have several videos explaining who I am and what I want my channel to be. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and this is just my life. Undergoing weight loss surgery soon, and implementing the beauty, which is my passion, anything beauty, hair, skin, nails. And for today's video, I will be applying my makeup and explaining how I do it. I have a mirror on my left hand side, so if you see that I'm looking a lot on my left hand side, it's because I have a mirror there. And I will be doing my foundation, you know, the works. This video is requested by Princess Nails by Diana, and hopefully you guys can learn something from this video. And if you have any questions, any looks you want me to try, anything, if you have anything that you want to ask me, you could just comment down below and I will get to you, or you could just send me a direct message. All of my social medias will be in the description below, as well as all of the products I use will be in the description below. And again, I don't have a great camera to work with. I'm going off my phone and the camera on my phone is already fuzzy, but bear with me. Starting slow, but I will be upgrading my camera as well as my whole setup, and hopefully my future videos will be a lot better. But for now, I hope you enjoy. And again, if you would like to become part of my family and join me on this crazy journey of life, keep watching. So, what I like to start off with is I like to do some sort of skincare. Not really skincare, it's more like moisturizer. I like to do like a vitamin C treatment, which right now I have the 111 skin. Sorry, the glare of the light. 111 skin. It's just pretty much a vitamin C brightening serum. And what I like to do is I just like to take a little bit and I like to pour it on my skin. And I like to put this on right before I put my moisturizer on. Before I turned on the video, I did cleanse my face. I did wash my hands. And I just like to put everything on. Once I got everything on my face, I like to press everything in. And just let it soak in. And it feels so nice. So for the next part I like to moisturize. And the moisturizer that I use is called Hey Honey, and it's Good Morning Honey Silk Facial Serum. It is for all skin types, and when I say I love this, it feels so nice on the skin. It really does. It gives moisturizing. It's very moisturizing, but it's not oily, and it sinks into the skin nicely, but it leaves like a nice tacky layer so that the foundation sticks to the face and it doesn't slip around. I love it. I tried it once and I'm like already almost done with it. I just want to cry because it's so good. So I just want to share with you guys that so far I am almost done with my nutrition class. I have my last class is on the 23rd and I am so excited. After I have my nutrition class, I think I got to do like maybe 2 or 3 more things, and then I go directly to getting my date for my surgery. And for those of you that don't know, there's videos that I speak about. I'm getting the weight loss surgery, the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, if I'm saying that correctly. But I'm so excited. This is like, oh my God, it's a long time coming. You know, I've been trying to do this for so long, and you know, this is like the last time I'm trying to get this done, and it feels so nice. And seriously, I've been like trying to get this done since forever. I even put some on my lips because it just feels so nice. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. Surgery's coming up, and well, my surgery date is coming up, and I couldn't be any more happier. So I put that moisturizer on, which is also a primer, but what I like to do is I like to use any kind of blurring primers. I have really big pores, and a good primer to use would be something that will minimize the appearance of the pores and also blurring them, so that when you put the foundation on, it kind of creates like a barrier, or like a little shield, so that the foundation doesn't sink in. So I go between the Baby Skin Insta Pore Eraser and the no pore blem primer. So it's just pretty much for smoothing and covering. So while I'm doing my primers and pretty much to put over my face, my pores, I like to also put in a primer to my eyes, and I use a Too Faced Shadow Insurance for that. So I do that all around the same time, so that I just get it out the way. And I like to put this on around my T-zone area. And I just put a little bit of both. I find that helps for me. Personally, it helps with my skin. You can find what helps for you. And, you know, this is the beauty of makeup. You know, you get to try and figure out what works, and not everything that works for everybody is going to work for you. So it's a matter of finding, you know, your middle ground and what works, and pretty much going with it. You know, some people, they can't try anything that is less expensive, because they need to have, you know, or luxury products on their face. But then there's some people that if they could get the same results with something that's less or that's inexpensive, then they'll go that route, which I'm all for it. I've tried, you know, a lot of foundations, and so far the one foundation that I feel, and you can see, like, it feels so nice. The one foundation that I could see that so far has worked for me has been the Glamoflauge Full Coverage Foundation by Hard Candy. Literally, I got this at Walmart, and it cost me $6. And it really does work for me. You know, it actually covers, and it makes my skin feel really nice. It doesn't fall too much on my smile line. I have a deep smile line, and oh my god, any foundation that I try, it sinks right in there. And what I like to do on this part is I like to take my beauty blender, and it is damp, and I just like to bounce it all over the face. And I'm just gonna go look in the mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. You know, so what is everyone's thoughts on the beauty community and what's going on in the beauty community? You know, I'm like so sad about everything that's going on. You know, I feel like there is so much hate in the world already. And although we all need to be held accountable for our actions, and we all need to take responsibility of what we do and own up to the things that we do, I feel like one thing is for sure, that everybody falls short on a daily basis, and everybody falls out of the goodness of graces, you know, at one point in our lives. And the same way that we expect to be forgiven, you know, whenever we do something wrong, I feel like we should forgive just as quickly. I mean, in my opinion, you know, my next video, I will be sharing a poem, and I'll be filming that right after this one, so, but I'll be posting it on another date. But I'll be sharing a poem with you guys, and, you know, not a lot of people know this about me, but I am a recovering addict, and I've been clean for 2 years. And, you know, had it not been me forgiving me and people forgiving me and trusting me, you know, where would I be? You know, where would I be at this point had I not gotten the forgiveness that I was looking for? You know, and just allowing myself to let myself be forgiven also. You know, I just think it's a kind of, you know, sad situation. I also have this concealer. I'm using the Revolution Supersize Concealer and Define Full Coverage Concealer in shade C6. And I like to put that in my T-zone, forehead, bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, and on the chin. And a little does go a long way. And you just kind of You know, and I just feel like, I mean, all of this stuff could have been avoided, and all of this stuff, you know, at the same time could have been resolved behind closed doors. But I feel like, you know, if it's out, it's out. You know, grow from it, move forward, and, you know, be the best that you can be. Um, what I like to do with this, and I pretty much like to use the other side of the beauty blender, which is the pointy side, because it gets in the crevices, pretty much. And I like to just bounce that also right underneath the eye, and just that blend that out towards the outer perimeter of the face. And you just want to be really gentle in this area of the eye, because this part is really, really sensitive, and you don't want to do any rubbing motions. All of these motions here, it's better if you pat them, because then you're pushing it in to your skin, and it just sits better instead of rubbing off what's underneath and blending in with what's underneath. It's just a lot better in transition and in blending if you just push it and drag it out, and you see how much better that looks underneath than on the other side. And that's pretty much what you're trying to achieve underneath the eye when you put concealer. You know, some people lack of sleep, some people just genetics and everything have natural darkness underneath the eyes, and you know, this is what brightens up the underneath the eye. It makes it brighter and makes it more it makes you look more awake, and it just gives you such a youthful appearance, and it looks so pretty, you know. But as I was saying with the beauty community, I just, you know, I'm just, I don't know, I just feel like there's so many things that, you know, we could learn from this, you know. And I feel like one of the things that we could definitely learn is, for a fact, is, you know, to just, you know, if you're gonna bring correction, or if you're gonna try to help somebody in a way that they don't want to be helped, then figure out a way for them to listen, you know. And if it means that you have to sit them down by themselves and say, hey, listen, like, I really don't want to address this out in public, but, you know, you really need help, or something, and or I'm gonna distance myself from you because this is going too far, then, you know, I feel like that should have been better. But I definitely feel that he got the hint, and he definitely saw, okay, you know, I was wrong, or I should have never done that, or I should have addressed the problem differently. And I feel like now he kind of wishes he had listened, or he had done something differently. But you could definitely see that on her behalf, she does feel saddened, because, you know, it was never, well, never said about money or anything, and it was more her trying to put love and try to give him guidance in doing the right thing. But, you know, it's, at the end of the day, it's all, you know, we never know what happens behind closed doors. But from an outsider looking in, it's just such a sad situation. Right now what I'm doing is I'm putting powder, because what you want to do is you want to allow this to sit down and bake, which pretty much is just setting in the cream or liquid that you put on your face, so that it doesn't move throughout the day, and it prevents sweat, or it prevents the grease, the oils to pull through. It just holds up the makeup a little bit longer. So what I like to do is I like to put that underneath the eye and just let it sit. And you generally want to put that on before, like right after you do your concealer underneath the eye, because once it starts creasing, the minute, and I say the minute that you put any kind of concealer, the minute it starts to crease, then it's creased. Like, you have to, the minute you put powder in it, it's gonna set with a crease, and you're gonna have to deal with it. So the minute you put concealer underneath the eyes, throw powder so that it doesn't settle underneath the eyes, like under creases of the eye. And I have notorious wrinkles underneath my eye. Like, they are notorious, and, you know, no matter what I do, I still get them. So I don't even go crazy with it at this point. I just let it be. And I also like to put some on the side of my nose. On my smile line. And I just let it sit there. Now what I forgot to do in the beginning, which I will do now, is put my eye primer, because I like to do that. And let it sit there. Now what the eye primer does, it really just makes the eyeshadow stick so that you have a nice pretty much even silky layer, just like a foundation would be under skin, or a primer would be under the skin for a foundation. This is exactly what it does for the eyes. It just makes it an even foundation for the colors that you're going to put on next, if you could understand that. And again, if I don't make myself clear in anything that I say, or if I say something that you can't understand, just message me. I don't mind explaining myself a little bit better. What I didn't want this to be is a 300-hour video, which it seems like all of my videos are 300-hour videos. And I can't help it. I don't know how it gets like that. How? It goes from 1 minute to like 48 minutes. And it's probably because I talk too damn much. And that's my problem. And I'm sorry. So what I like to do next is I know some people, they bronze and then they contour. I just like to put a little bit of powder around the edges and I leave it. I don't go in and chisel my face like crazy. Or maybe I do. Who knows? You'll see. So I take this color, and this is just literally the Ulta contour kit. And I remember getting a whole bunch. I like to put it on my forehead because I have a 20 head. And this just brings the color back to your face. You know, I like to put it on my, see this line right here? That's where you would generally put in your contour. And how they would tell you is you gotta do a 3. So you bring it around here and then around the jaw. But you know, I don't have a jaw. My brother tells me, he's like, you don't got a jaw. You don't got a neck. You got head and shoulders. I'm not messed up. But that's gonna change soon. This side is always so awkward for me to do. But, you know, I don't like to put a lot because, you know, who am I kidding? I don't got no cheekbones. You know, if you feel like these become like too wide, like, oh my god, like you almost took your whole damn cheek, I like to take powder and just drive it right across to just kind of make it a little bit more, you know, sharp. You know, but what you want to do is pretty much, you know, put the color back in your face. And at this point, for this part, I literally just take a little bit of the same powder I put underneath. I take a dry sponge this time, and I put it in my powder, and I just run it across. And that just makes it, you know, a little bit sharper. And there you go. Now, as far as the powder that you had on before, at this point, what I like to do is, you know, whatever's left over from what you have from the contour, I like to brush it off. Brush it off the nose. off the forehead. And just let it sit underneath the cheek. And some people do this differently. Some people go in and they do their eyebrows first. I don't. I like to do my eyebrows after I do my whole face. And sometimes I'll use that Anastasia Lip Brow Pomade. Or when I just recently do my eyebrows, like when I wax them, I just do a eyebrow pencil. Just because at that point they're already on the thicker side or more defined. So I like to get a really close-up mirror just because I don't like to be so far away. And I just start at the bottom. And define my shape from the bottom. And then I go on top. And I just like to kind of brush brush that in there, and then take the spoolie and press the product through, and then go back in again and define the shape some more, and go in back with the spoolie. You know, it's like, how would you say it? You know how an artist goes in and he draws something and then erases it, then he goes over it again and then erases it, just to create texture, shadows, and all of that good stuff. That's pretty much what this is. You know, just so that you could find the more natural approach to it. You know, some people don't like when it looks completely boxed. Some people don't like when it's too light and it looks too natural. Some people say, oh, if you're gonna color in your eyebrows, you might as well go in or go, you know, go all in or go home. I like to keep mine on the pretty natural side. Not saying that this is pretty natural, but I don't like to make mine too dark, and I don't like to leave mine too light. And one of my eyebrows is not, these are definitely sister, not twins. One of my eyebrows is higher up than the other, and it has a bigger arch than the other. And I gave up years ago trying to make them even. I really have, because I used to go crazy trying to make them look even, trying to make them look perfect. And for what? Because at the end of the day, somebody's always going to find something wrong with them. And somebody's going to always point it out to you and say, hey, they look nice, but this side looks big as hell. And you're saying, you're like, yeah, I know, I did that on purpose. And you know damn well you didn't do that on purpose. Or you say, oh yeah, I know, I was born that way. When you really messed up on the wax or something, you know, just funny stuff. This is probably going to be the only time I go in full detail on how I do everything, like as far as my makeup goes. Only because I feel like it's so long. You know, it's so long as far as doing the whole procedure. And I don't know if people like this. I don't know if it's too long. Like, my video is already about to be a whole half an hour long. Like, that's freaking ridiculous. A whole half an hour long to do a makeup video? Like, come on. But you let me know. If this is too long for you, I'll cut my face off. I'll cut my eyebrows off. And I'll just leave the eye makeup or something. I am, however, gonna go in with my eyes. We already got our eye base on there. I am gonna use the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. And I'm gonna do something fairly quick so that we could get this video going. And what I like to use to go in first is a brush, a fluffy brush, something right there, something like that. It's like tapered in on the bottom but fluffy out on the top. And I like to use a brush like this because this is just to throw down like a transition color and a color that I will be able to use in the middle of my crease so that I could blend in all the other colors going in my makeup. So what I like to do is I like to tap where I want my color to go. And once I make a map of where I want it to go, I take the brush and I go in circles, small circles, and back and forth motions. So small circles, back and forth motions. Small circles, back and forth motions. And what I'm doing when I do these small circles is I'm buffing out the edges. And when I'm bringing it back and forth, I'm blending in the line right in the crease. So that is not so dramatic, but yet you'll still see the pigment in there. If you can see how that blended in so nicely. I've never used the Huda. I never used the Huda Beauty palette, and this color that I just put on is actually really pretty. These are clean brushes, and this is a true to color. Let me cover the light for a second. I don't know if you can see that. I'll go to different lighting afterwards so you can see, because I need to get me a ring light. I need to get me a whole damn setup, I swear. So you do the same thing on the other side. You tap where you want it to be and where you want it to go. And once you got it mapped out where you want it to go, you circle, small circles, back and forth. Small circles, back and forth. Small circles, back and forth. And that becomes your transition color. And there goes that. Super pretty. This color is really nice. It's like a nice, like taupe. Yeah, like a cool light brown color. It's like sandy color. It's really nice. And it is really pretty. So now, after I lay down my transition color, I like to look at the palette and see what's going to work best for me at this point. I really like this red that's right next to it. It's like a berry color. So I want to just darken up that crease a little bit more. So because I want to target the crease, or inside the crease, a little bit more, what I want to do is get like a brush that looks like something smaller than the last one. Maybe something even smaller than that. Let me see. No, not that one. Something like... Let me see if this one's smaller. No, not that one. Yeah, something like this. Something where it's more like going to a point. Like into a point, as opposed to rounded and fluffy. And I just like to coat my brush. You can see the color right on there. And I go right in that same crease. And I'm gonna go in. And because I have like a hooded eye, pretty much the skin on the top of my eye goes over like the bottom of my lid, I have to make a crease a little bit higher than my natural crease. So if my crease is right here, see where the crease is on my eye, I have to go a little above it so that you could see what I'm putting in my eye, if that makes any sense. So I like to go in and go a little above my natural crease, and I start to bring that out, up. And every color that I put on is going to go right on my pretend crease, because we are going to try to make a crease where there is no crease. So we have to kind of build a crease on our eyelid so that we could eventually get the level of intensity from the shadows how we would want it. So I just work this in. Work it in. And I like how that looks. Pull it out on the side. And it looks good. Now, because we are in the same family of reds, I just want to go in right under that one and make it just a tad bit, a little bit darker on the crease. But this time I'm not going to drag it all the way inside of the crease. I'm going to drag it a little bit lower and only to the center. Like right into here. And I'm going to pull that out. And I'm going to drag it out. The same place that I'm bringing all the other ones. And I'm going to drag it out. But this time I'm taking it just a tad bit lower where my actual crease is. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. You know, maybe this is what I should have done. I should have only applied this to one eye and did the other eye off the camera, and then came back when I had the look. I am going to cut this when I put my lashes because then this video is going to be too long. But if you guys want to know how I put my lashes on, I'll make a separate video on that. And you just make that crease a little bit darker. And if you want to go a little bit more intense and go a little bit darker, just put a little bit of this one only on the outer side. Literally, just a sparkle right on the outer side. And you blend that in. Excuse the noise. That was the laundry machine. So once you have your outer perimeter, I like to decide what I want to go in with next. Now I see that there's this nice pink, like glittery color, and then there's this lighter one. So I would probably go in maybe with this one. Sorry about that. My memory went off. So I like to take a flat brush where I like put my concealers or any eyeshadow glitter glue or something like that, just because I'm not sure how this eyeshadow is. I don't know if it's sticky, I don't know if it's powdery. I just want to lay something down so that I pretty much have something so that it could stick to, and I want to just work that into my eye and blend the colors in. So now that I have that in there, I'm gonna take that pretty this color with a little bit of the pink, the darker pink, and I am gonna go right. Oh my god, that is freaking beautiful. Wow, I think I like the pink better. Wow, there's this dark pink. Ooh, do you see that? That is, oh my god, that is so pretty. And I'll just like to do the same to the other side. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. And again, guys, what you want to do is you want to put this above your crease, above your actual crease mark, so that when you have your eyes open, you could clearly see the transition from the matte colors to the actual shimmer colors that you have on your eyes. Oh, these are so pretty. I am so happy I got this palette. I got this this Huda palette in my Ipsy Glam box. I'm so happy that I upgraded myself. I was getting the Ipsy Glam box from the bag, the $10 a month bag, and oh my god, do you see this inner color? Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Oh my god. So I was getting this the glam bag from Ipsy, and you know, I liked it. I was getting it consecutively, and it was $10 a month. You know, I had 5 to 6 samples, but it started becoming so repetitive. Like every sample every month started becoming so repetitive to the point where I really didn't want to invest, you know, in the Ipsy bag anymore until they started coming out with the Glam box, and it was 5 full-size bottles, 5 full-size products for $25, and I started signing up for that because I like, you know, if I'm gonna get 5 products for $25, whether it goes from skincare to palettes to eyeshadow to mascara, I'm a makeup junkie, so I love it all. I'll use it all. But anyways, I'll let you know about that in a second. What I like to do for the bottom, I like to just go the same route I did. I go in with this one right underneath and smoke it out with the one underneath it, and then the darker one, just so that it can all blend in together. And I do that right underneath. And I like to just smoke it out. I might use this one here. This one is a Morphe E18. Use code, just kidding, I don't have a code. You could use code somebody famous. I'm not that. But yeah, so I like to just go in order. I use the lightest one, and I just smoke it out. Use the one darkest to that. Smoke it out, and then go in with the darker one. And I just use that right at the edge. And look at how much of a difference that is. It just, I don't know, I just feel like it puts the look together. I'm so impressed by these eyeshadows though. Oh my god. Like, I never tried a Huda Beauty product, and oh my god, they are so nice. They are really so nice. Oh my god, I love it. So now for underneath the eyebrows, what I like to use is like a, like a taper, like a fluffy brush. And I just kind of like to go in place and just lighten that up. So I'll use like this lightest cream off-white color just to kind of put, because I don't want nothing shimmery on there. I kind of want something to be on the matte side so that it's not too much highlight on that area, since we still have to put highlight around our face and our cheeks and stuff. So that's what I like to do. And what I also like to do is I like to just go in with my transition color and just go up a little bit higher and just stamp that so that it blends in with the matte color that was on top. And I feel like it just gives it like a whole melting effect, where the color just melts in together with the with your highlight, and it just, it's a nice transition. I love it. So now I like to put on my eyeliner underneath on the lashes, and I just take it and put that in. Oh, look at that. Wow, so beautiful. Use my powder. Look at that. Do you see that? Looking like I'm sweating. Oh my god, I love makeup. Like, that truly is, like, makeup, nails, like anything in the beauty field. It just gives me that escape that I'm looking for. Oh, look at that. It's like, who wouldn't be happy with? Hey guys, so I had to finish really quick. I lost memory. Don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe. It will be awesome for me. This is the finished look. Hope you guys like it. Have a great one. Bye.